The next topic, input and output devices. So this topic especially we are going to discuss about what are the various different input and output devices and what are the uses of these devices and what are the mechanisms they have to follow inside the devices. We'll see one by one. The first thing is the input devices. We have a different types of input devices. We'll see one by one. The first input devices is keyboard. You all are aware about that. Keyboard. Keyboard is one of the main input devices. It can be used for what? To give the input to the computer, or if you want to feed the data, keyboard is the main important input devices, right? Yes. So this keyboard is a both wired and wireless or virtual. These are the different types of keyboards. You just note that. One is wired keyboard. These things we have to use. Then number two is wireless. So without wire, we can use the keyboard with a computer. Number three, virtual keyboard. So these are the different types of keyboards. It is the most common input devices nowadays we have to use. And this individual keys for letters, numbers, and special characters. Okay, keyboard having different types of letters, numbers, and special characters. These all are collectively known as character keys. So character key means what? It contains three. Number one, letters. Number two, numbers. Number three, special characters. This keyboard layout is derived from the keyboard of original typewriter. So how this keyboard should be making in the sense, it will be based on the keyboard of original typewriter. And what is the purpose? Both the data and the instructions are given as input to the computer by the typing on the keyboard. Yeah, of course. With the help of keyboards, we can type the input or we can feed the data to the computer. Apart from alphabet and numeric keys, it also has function keys for performing different functions, because in our computer we have a different types of functions. So if you want to do the functions directly means use the functions keys. Totally we have a 12 different functions keys right from F1 up to F12. Okay, these function keys are available in the top in manner. These are the different actions we'll do. And the next thing is the different set of keys are available in the keyboard, such as character keys, modifier keys, system and GUI keys, enter and editing keys, function keys, navigation keys, numeric keypad, and finally lock keys. You just note down in our keyboard having different set of keys are there. Number one, character keys and up to lock keys. You just note down. Understood? Right. The next main input devices is mouse. So this mouse also have both wired and wireless devices. Both wired and wireless devices. It is a pointing device. Mouse is also known as what device? It is a pointing device. It can be used to control the movement of the cursor on the display screen. It can be used to select, or mouse also used to what purpose? To select the icons, menus, command buttons, or activate something on a computer. So if you want to do any action in the computer, we must use the mouse. Why? Because it is one of the pointing devices. The mouse actions are different ways. So many mouse actions are there. Number one, move. If you want to move the action, if you want to click, if you want to double click, if you want to right click, if you want to drag and drop. So these are the different mouse actions we'll do with the help of these both wired and wireless mouse. So different types of mouses also there. Every keyboardsல வந்துட்டு different types of keyboards இருக்கோ அதே மாதிரி here also we have a different types of mouses also there. Number one, mechanical mouse. Number two, optical mouse. Number three, laser mouse. Number four, air mouse. Number five, three-dimensional mouse, that is 3D mouse. Number 6, tactile mouse. Number 7, ergonomic mouse. And number 8, gaming mouse. Right? These are the different types of mouses are there. Okay? Right. You just see the history about that. These are the most commonly used types of mouse nowadays. Okay, both mechanical mouse, haptical mouse, and laser mouse. Nowadays, these two mouses are using so many industries, right from the educations and so many software companies. In all the departments, we can use these two mouse, both an optical mouse and another one is laser mouse. Okay, you just give the informations. These are the mechanism about the mouse, both mechanical mouse and optical mouse and laser mouse. I just give the points. You just go through it, and also you have to get some information regarding about that. And these are the history about the particular mouse, whom should be invented, and which year should be invented, like that. You just go through it. In your textbook also, we have a tabular column, and it just specify the informations regarding about the mouse. Okay, right. The next thing is scanner. Scanner is the another important input device. It can be used for what purpose? To enter the information directly into the computer's memory. If you want to enter the information directly into the computer's memory means you can use what? Scanners. You all are aware about that. This device works like a what machine? Xerox machine. The scanner is used to convert any type of printed or written information, including photographs, into a digital format. So, what purpose? It converts any type of printed or written information, including photographs. Including photographs, it just converted into what format? Digital format, and it can be manipulated by the computer. So that is the main purpose of what? Scanner. Okay, right. The next, another important input devices is fingerprint scanner. So this fingerprint scanner is the main important input device. It just recognizing our fingerprint. So it is one of the fingerprint recognition device. It can be used for computer security. It just equipped with the fingerprint recognition features that uses which technology? Biometric technology. With the help of biometric technology, this fingerprint recognition feature is used to get the fingerprint recognition from the user. Okay, this fingerprint reader or scanner, it is a very safest device or convenient device for security purpose instead of using password. Okay, generally how we are going to secure using the passwords, right? Yes, apart from this, we can secure the data with the help of these fingerprint recognition software, and which is vulnerable to fraud and is hard to remember. Yeah, of course. It is very easiest way to protect some of the vulnerable activities or fraudulent activities. That is the main purpose of, that is the main work it will be do with the help of this fingerprint scanner. Okay, right. The next thing is trackball. It is also similar to the upside down design of the mouse, but this mouse, the ball should be directly while the device itself remains stationary. So the user spins the ball in various directions to navigate the screen movements. Okay. So using the ball, you just move around the screen. Automatically, the control should be move from one place to another place. Okay. Right. The next input devices is retinal scanner. So what is retinal scanner? This scanner, you all are aware about that. Using this device, they can scan our retinal scanning option. With the help of this biometric technology, we can it just receive our scanner or retinal waves, right? Using this device, we can scan the retinal blood vessels. So where it should be used, especially during the Aadhaar card registration, using this device, they can scanning your retinal blood vessels or your thumb impressions also they can access. All right. So especially this retinal scanner is used to scan the retinal blood vessels for what? to scan the informations. Alright, fine. The next input devices is light pen. So what is light pen? It is also one of the pointing device. It's just like a pen, and it's connected to the monitor. Okay, the tip of the light pen contains a light sensitive element, it which detect the light from the screen, enabling the computer to identify the location of the pen on the screen. So for what purpose? You just identify the location of the pen on the screen and automatically just writing the purpose. So through this device you can write directly into the monitor. Okay, the light pens have the advantage of drawing directly onto the screen, but this becomes hard to use. Why? Because it is very sensitive, so you can't able to handle in a very easiest way. Okay, right. The next thing is optical character reader, simply we call OCR. So OCR means optical character reader. It is a device which detects characters printed or written on a paper with the help of OCR. So simply a user can scan a page from a book. Okay, using the device, you just scan the book automatically. All the pre-written or printed informations, everything should be transferred into the digital copy. So the computer will recognize the characters in the page as letters and punctuation marks, and it will be stored. And finally, this is the main important device to read the information from the textbook to the computer. So finally the scanned document can be edited using a word processor. So easily you can edit it once you convey the information from the textbook to computer. Okay, right. The next input devices is barcode or QR code reader. So what is barcode and QR code reader? So QR code, what is expansion of QR? Quick response. QR means what? Quick response. Did you aware about that? This is barcode and this is what? QR code. Nowadays all the devices and all the products we have a QR code. So what is the purpose? This reader especially means a barcode is a pattern printed in lines of different thickness. Yes. So the barcode reader scan the information on the barcodes and it just transmit to the computer for further processing. Okay. So the system gives fast and error-free entry of information into the computer. So for what purpose we can use the reader? It just give the fast and error-free entry of information into the computer. So that is the main purpose of what? Barcode reader. Then another one is QR code. That is what? Quick response code. So this QR code is the two-dimension barcode which can be read by a camera and processed to interpret the image. Okay, for what purpose? It just read by camera and processed to interpret the image. That is the main purpose of this both barcode and QR code reader. So mainly this both the barcode and QR code contains the product informations regarding about that. Okay, yes. The next another input devices is our voice input system. So generally for what purpose you can use this voice input system? You just convey the information or you just give the data as sound wave. That is the main purpose, or voice type. That is the main purpose of this voice input system. So if you want to do this action, we need what? Microphone. So microphone serves as a voice input device. It captures the voice data and send it to the computer. Okay, it captures the voice data and send it to the computer. Using the microphone along with speech recognition software, it will can offer a completely new approach to get the information or get the input information into the computer. Okay, so if you want to do some speech recognition or voice recognition based input means using this voice input system. Okay, all right. Then another input devices is what? Digital camera. It is another input device, digital camera. So this digital camera mainly used for what? It just capture the images or videos directly in the digital form. That is the main purpose of this digital camera. It uses CCD, charge coupled device. That is the expansion of CCD, charge coupled device, along with electronic chip. When light falls on the chip through the lens, it just automatically converted light rays into what format? Digital format. So how it should be capturing the images or videos? When the light falls on the chip through the lens, it just automatically converts light rays into what format? Digital format. So this is the diagrammatic representation of digital camera, right? The next input devices is touchscreen. Nowadays, you all are very well about this touchscreen because you all the students you have a smartphones, right? So all the smartphones will be considered as what device? Touchscreen device. So a touchscreen is a display device that allows the user to interact with the computer by using the finger. Yeah, of course. It can be quite useful as an alternate to a mouse or keyboard for navigating a graphical user interface. Simply we call GUI. So GUI means what? Graphical user interface. Okay, right. So once the touchscreen devices are came, automatically all the keypad or all the mouse based works, everything will be reduced drastically. Is it right? Yeah, yeah. Why? Because all are very user friendly. So that's why all the touchscreen devices are very easiest way to work with the particular device. And the touchscreens are used on a wide variety of devices such as computers, laptops, monitors, smartphones, tablets, cash registers, and information kiosk. These are the different types of touchscreen devices nowadays we have. Some touchscreens are use uses of grid of infrared beams to sense the presence of your finger instead of utilizing touch sensitive input. So how it should be work? With the help of grid of infrared beams, it just receive the sense of presence of finger instead of utilizing the touch sensitive inputs, right? So these are the mechanisms nowadays we can use in the touchscreen devices. Then final input devices is keyer. So keyer is a device of signaling by hand by way of pressing one or more switches. In modern kiosks, we have a large number of switches, but not as many as a full-size keyboard. Typically, this number is between 4 and 50. And a keyer differs from a keyboard because which has no board, but the keys are arranged in the cluster format. This is the cluster format. Okay, that is the main purpose of this keyer. All right. That's all, my dear students. These are the different types of input devices. The next video we are going to see about what are the different types of output devices. We'll see in the next class. Thank you.